The Manul is a new Russian infantry fighting vehicle, IFV. It evolved from another development prototype, known as Dragon. It is based on a heavily modified hull of the BMP-3 infantry fighting vehicle. The prototype was first publicly revealed in 2020. It is sometimes referred as the BMP-3 Manul, but it is essentially a new armored vehicle, rather than a variation of the BMP-3. There were speculations that developers were using the BMP-3 designation for a reason, as it could speed up adoption of this new armored vehicle by the Russian army. In 2023 it was reported that production of the Manul could be launched soon. However, there are serious doubts about these statements, considering the current state of Russia's military industry and how it is reliant on supply of Western components that are banned by sanctions. So there are serious doubts that Russian industry is currently capable of producing new armored vehicles in significant quantities. Hull of the BMP-3 was heavily modified. Engine was relocated to the front of the hull. This screwed up weight distribution of the vehicle and its amphibious qualities, but allowed to create a more spacious troop compartment at the rear with convenient entry and exit for the dismounts. The Manul is still amphibious. Turret wore offset to the rear of the hull to improve the weight distribution. The original BMP-3 was developed from the start to have great amphibious qualities. However, recent military conflicts, especially the 2022 Russia's invasion to Ukraine, revealed that the Russian army is exploiting amphibious capabilities of its infantry fighting vehicles extremely rarely. So increased armor protection at a cost of reduced amphibious capabilities can be seen as good trade-off. The Manul reportedly still shares 50% of its components with the BMP-3. The Manul uses Epica remotely controlled turret. Recently this turret was used on a number of latest Russia's armored vehicles, such as Kurganets IFV, Boomerang Armored Personnel Carrier and Armata Heavy IFV. Oddly, none of these armored vehicles reached production due to the lack of Western components. The Epica turret is armed with a 30mm cannon and coaxial 7.62mm machine gun. Interestingly, the Dragon, which was a forerunner of the Manul, retained the 100mm gun of the BMP-3 and coaxial 30mm cannon. However, eventually Russians discarded the 100mm gun. The 30mm cannon has an effective range of up to 4 kilometers. There are a total of 500 rounds for the main gun, including 160 armor-piercing and 340 high-explosive fragmentation rounds. There is a dual-feed system, which allows rapid change of ammunition type. The Russians do not use programmable 30mm ammunition, so this cannon loses in terms of capabilities to modern automatic cannons.